international students come, especially if they're coming straight from overseas, it's a struggle. You know this, right? Do as much research as possible. Don't just show up with your suitcase. And students do that. So if you need a bit of extra help, it is there. Please use our free services. Yeah.
The moment you ask, there are a lot of your peers, a lot of people around who genuinely wants to support you.
You're in this very global place where you can be anyone. And I know sometimes it's scared to get up the courage to talk to people and do these things, but you have to.
Welcome back to yet another episode of HiveLife, where we discuss more about international student life. Today with us we have Callum Sawatzky, who is the Manager of International Recruitment and Partnership Asia from Humber College. And we also have a lovely intern, Panjarat from Humber College.
Welcome.
Thanks very much. Good to be here.
Okay, it's a very special episode because all of us somewhere are very associated with Humber. One, we have been working for more than 15 years with Humber, and I am a Humber graduate, and Humber has contributed in my growth at an exponential level. And so, but definitely, I would like to know a little more about the internship options, though we have an intern from Humber here, but if you can elaborate on it and she can pick it up from after.
Sure. The strength of Humber, I think the thing that makes us stand out the most is all related to employment. There are 5 large public colleges in the Toronto area, and Humber's had the highest employment for the last 10 years.
Wow.
Right? Humber's employment is our strength. And part of that is programs that have internships or they have work placements, right? There's slightly different things, but work has always been Humber's focus and getting students jobs has always been our priority.
Excellent. And that's exactly where when we reach out to students or counsel or mentor, that's one of the factor that they ask, where do we go in terms of employability after we do our studies?
Mm-hmm.
So, Callum, right now there might be many international students watching us. So, what message do you have for them? Why should they choose Humber College?
Sure. I think in the last year or so, there's been a lot of news about Canada and education, and there's a lot of confusion, right? Because there's so many different policy changes. I think the core thing to know is Canada still needs and wants great international students. Mm-hmm. This has not changed, even with the policies. I know it's hard to navigate right now. Students are a bit unsure about things like visas or rules when they complete programs or which programs they can study. But it doesn't change the core fact that Canada still needs and wants international students. And of course, Humber feels exactly the same. We've had so many wonderful graduates like yourself who have gone on to really successful careers. We profile a lot of them on our website. And we want to have more of those students for this year and the years to come.
Mm-hmm. Callum, my next question was this. I was coming to this point. So if you look at the last year, right, a lot of changes have been introduced in the education sector. So in response to those changes, what action has Humber taken to make students feel welcome to Canada?
Sure. I think the first thing we did is we started doing everything a bit faster. Humber had been a bit slower to process applications and to answer questions. Now we're really quick, right? Mm-hmm. So students put in an application. Generally, they get an offer or a rejection, right? They're assessed mm-hmm. within a week's time. Mm-hmm. Students have multiple ways to get in touch with Humber. We're always very quick to respond. And something that really makes us stand out is we have multiple licensed immigration advisors mm-hmm. in our office who will help students for free. So with so many questions about visas, study permits, extensions, what do I do, postgraduate work permit, mm-hmm. we have people who are legally allowed to counsel these students, and we have many of them. So that's something that really makes Humber stand out.
Can I ask Sorry.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah.
I would like to ask an extended question to what Rajyasree said is, what about students who would like to know more about how to do my resume according to the Canadian standards, or how do I look out for internships, or how do I do mock interviews?
Yeah.
How do I know if what I'm doing is right?
Sure.
So.
Yeah, so Humber has a career center, which is accessible for all international and Canadian students. Students are not treated differently. It doesn't matter which country you're from. They will help you with all the things you mentioned. And I think that's part of what I said before about Humber having the highest employment rate in Toronto. It is because we do all these things, right? And some schools will have a career center like Humber. Most schools do, but really that's something we put a lot of effort and attention.
Okay. And do you want to talk about the scholarships at Humber? I know you are a sportsman and you have your favorite sports and a sports which is the national sports of Canada.
Yeah.
And if you can talk about that and other sports scholarship that is available.
Sure. I've known Sanchari for a long time and we know each other personally, which also includes my sports life. I do play curling.
What's that?
Curling is an ice sport that is not hockey, and it's basically pushing a heavy rock on ice, and people sweep and people yell. So it's kind of an unusual sport, but I do encourage people to watch it if they can. And when you come to Canada, please try curling.
Absolutely.
I was a professor before. I took a lot of my Japanese students to try curling for the first time, and they had a great time. So I encourage anyone who comes to Canada, it's a very Canadian thing, definitely try curling. But I play other sports too, and I play badminton, which Humber has a badminton team. Our coach is actually from Thailand.
Okay.
So she is a graduate of one of Humber's programs. She stayed and she's one of the coaches. And the students who do get on our competitive sports team can get scholarship.
Wonderful.
So there is an opportunity for these graduates. We don't have a cricket team, I'm sorry. There is a cricket association that plays very close to Humber, but we don't have an official team. But we have had students from multiple countries on different teams at Humber, including badminton. But we've had students on volleyball, what's another one? Soccer as well. So if you are an athlete and you're considering going to school in Canada, Humber does have scholarships for talented athletes.
It's great, and I think a lot of students come to Canada for an experiential learning, and one of them is this sports, which I'm sure would be the unique and the highlight of this podcast today.
For sure. And even outside of that, even if you're not a really, really strong athlete, Humber still has great intramural sports. I tell every student who likes sports, that's the best way to make friends.
Yes.
If you join a sports team, this works better than talking to your classmates. If you're throwing balls at each other, you make connections, right? It's very effective at making friends. So Humber has great intramural sports, so many different options, and you can be even a low-level player and have a good time. It is more about the fun and making connections. So I encourage all students to do this.
Right. I already get the feeling, the vibe of the energy right here
For
from
sure.
you.
For sure. Yes, indeed.
And so, Callum, going back to the changes which happened last year, right? We have seen many programs mostly in business, hospitality and tourism. They were taken off the PGWP list. So now the choices that students have is very limited.
Yeah.
So is Humber planning to introduce more programs which is PGWP approved in future, in near future?
Yeah, so the first thing I'll say is even though they have restricted a lot of business and hospitality programs, Humber still has a few programs in those fields where you can get postgrad work permit. We still have a marketing management program. We still have programs in data analysis that are still more on the business side than the IT side. We also have all of our bachelors in business where students can still apply for a postgrad work permit. So that is definitely still there. But of course, Humber has noticed with this change that we have to look at other areas.
Mm-hmm.
We have introduced more programs related to things like cybersecurity or mental health. In programs like the health field, we have added more seats. So even though we haven't necessarily added more, we still have added a few programs, but we've added more seats in existing programs. So programs like PSW and nursing and pharmacy, we have added more space for international. We have added a few more programs as well. We have hearing instrument specialist. It's such a specialized program, but it's a great program in healthcare where there are a lot of job opportunities. And we are looking at introducing other programs in the near future as well.
Okay, sounds great.
To continue, to pick it up from the mental health, which is also a very integral part for students' well-being.
Sure.
Does Humber have any kind of support?
Yeah. Yeah, we know how important this is, and when international students come, especially if they're coming straight from overseas, it's a struggle. You know this, right? There's so many changes, right? Like, I think people think about the things, ooh, Canada's cold. That's not the biggest problem.
No.
Yeah, we do have a lot.
Yeah. So there's definitely mental health supports. There's also supports for people who maybe have special needs or have special help they need. We have had assisted students who can't see as well or who can't hear as well. So we have all of these kinds of supports as well. And I strongly tell students, take advantage. The problem is we don't know who these students are, right? But these are free services available to all students at Humber.
And kept confidential. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you need a bit of extra help, it is there. Please use our free services. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
So over to Panjarat.
Yeah.
First of all, welcome to ECC Hive. You have been here through Humber Co-op program, right? So how has your experience been so far in our company?
Okay, so like obviously like I'm really excited today to be a guest for like ECC Hive, and I'm starting the marketing coordinator internship here just like a few days. But I will like taking care of support the content for them, like support the marketing teams. We create the content together, and yeah, everyone treat me so well. I would say like everyone, and also like I'm happy and enjoy to be here.
How, if I have to ask you, if you can introduce where you're from, so what is the difference experience that you have from your home country and studying here and in doing internship here? How is it different?
Okay, I would say that I'm from Thailand. Almost everything is different.
Hope it's a bit different.
Yeah, it's so different. Like the culture, everything, friends. Is like I can from starting here I can meet with a new people. I would say like around me people are friends at Humber. We are like international student and we have like a friends from like Korea, Taiwan, India, or even like China.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a kind of difference, and I do learn a lot. I do learn a lot from Humber because like our professor they are like working in this industry and it's kind of like wow, they're really great.
Yeah.
So like we do learn a lot. Yeah.
Right. So it's more of an experience.
Yes.
That you get.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of Humber's strategy, right? It's of course there's book learning, but it's really trying to be more hands-on and really get the experience of what you would do when you're out in the work world.
Yes. Yes. Because of this, there's one question that came to my mind. We can ask the cliched question, why should people come to Humber or why should people come to Toronto or Canada? But I would change a little and ask this. Because you have been a professor and you have been in this, you have been meeting thousands and millions of students all over the world. What is that 3 things that you would tell a student, a brand new, high school student who would like to come from any part of the world? What is the 3 things that they should think or they should follow? Okay.
First thing is prepare. Do as much research as possible. Don't just show up with your suitcase. And students do that. Try to learn as much as you can before you come, and bring the things that you need from back home that are a bit harder to get. I always say glasses is one. For whatever reason, glasses are more expensive in Canada.
Yes.
Buy your glasses in your home country.
Yes.
And certain things like maybe like spices, right? You have a spice you like from your home country, might be harder to get in Canada. Right now, you can get most things from around the world, but there's a few of these specialized things. And of course, if you have medications, there's hospitals in Canada, you can get medications, but sometimes there's something unique. So make sure to bring all those things. So get prepared. I would say that's first, most important. Second is maintain close contact with the people from back home when you leave. Right? Jumping into a new place can be hard, even if it's a nice place. I did my master's degree in Taiwan. I first went there, I thought, oh, this is so amazing. But after some time, you feel sad, right? Because you don't have these connections, you get homesick. Keep in touch with those people back home, I think is really, really important for your sanity. And always know that things get better, right? Like when I first got to Taiwan, I was excited, but after 2 months, I was like, this is awful, I need to leave. But after,
same as me, like
everyone goes through this.
First month, I do keep calling my mom, like, oh my god, I miss you so much. I keep like, oh, I miss my home. But like after 2 months, everything's fine now.
And then you start to love it. When I left Taiwan, I wanted to cry. Like it became my home, and I loved it. And the same thing will happen with Canada. And the third thing is get out there. Once you're in Canada, don't just have friends
Limit
from
yourself.
your own country.
Yes.
Yes.
And keep friends from your own country, of course, but make sure you get out. And that's like when I said join a sports group, because you will meet those friends.
Yes.
If you don't like sports, join a choir,
Yes.
join a book club.
Yes.
You have to do something. And I know sometimes it's scared to get up the courage to talk to people and do these things, but you have to.
Yes.
And that will make you more successful in every way.
I have heard this. I know how much true it is that the business negotiation takes place in a golf tournament.
Totally.
So,
It is
Yeah.
entirely true.
yes.
Yes.
So your job, your networking is all worth if you have that connection.
Everything is
Very
connections.
important.
Everything's connections.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I know. Everything is connection. Even like, when I'm looking for the internship, I ask the professor, how can I fly like once? They said like connection.
Yes. This
Yes.
is so true. Yes.
So, Panjarat, I have a question for you. You can see in the students in colleges, they quite often struggle hard to get a co-op.
Yes.
So I wanted to know what helped you look for a co-op and get a co-op. And do you have any advice for students who are looking for co-op?
So for me, I would say like we can start earlier. Like if we know that we have to plan that we have to find a co-op thing, then I would say like at Humber we do have the advisor, the placement advisor that you can ask like from the first step to start to create the resume. We do also have like the people who always helps, like even the professor. Yeah, I do have a talk a lot with professor about the way to find and creating the LinkedIn. I would say
Yes.
there's another way that you can create the connection
Yes.
on online. You can send them the message like asking for like we do also like looking for the internship, something
Yes.
like this, and also we do have the Career Connect like our portal website on Humber, so we can find it our like job posting on that as well. Yeah, so like be prepared on your resume, create connection with the people. Yeah, as like Callum already said, like create a connection with a sport club or even like we do have a lot of club in Humber.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like that's how we collaborate to find the internship here.
Yes. And I think I'll add one more point here is connect with your alumni.
Really?
Alumni
Yeah.
is a very great and a very solid source because they know the path you are walking right
Yes.
now. So they can give you real time updates how to navigate, how to go about. So I tell a lot of students connect with an alumni. They are a great source to navigate.
Yeah, because I do have like one project on Humber, and I like okay, I message some people on LinkedIn that who graduate from Humber as well. Like
Yes.
okay, like I do have this like subject.
Yes.
Oh, so like she like, oh, I'm fine to do this one to you because like I have done this
See?
before. Yeah, that's how
And-
like it's work.
And
Yeah.
it is, I think it's just that the reservation of not asking. The moment you ask, there are a lot of your peers, a lot of people around who genuinely wants to support you and help you.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to ask. You feel a bit nervous,
Yes.
but you
Yes.
have to, right?
Yes.
That's how you find
Yes.
success.
Yes.
Yeah.
One thing that comes to my mind is now, what is it that motivated you to study in Humber? I'm sure there are a lot of options available in Toronto specifically or in Ontario. Why Humber?
Okay. For this question, I would say like I do have a lot of research of the college in Canada because like I'm planning to be here. I'm looking for the postgraduate program.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I would say like because like this program is in Lakeshore campus. It's next to lake. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's nice. Just kidding, but
It is one of the factors.
yeah,
right?
but
It's
it's
a
like
beautiful campus.
yeah,
It
because
is.
like
Very
at
beautiful.
first I need to know the location, right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like it's next to the lake. It's so nice building. So like I talk with my friends. Oh, maybe this Humber might be our choice. Then I take a look in more detail. Like we do saw like as Colin said before that Humber the student graduate from Humber get like a higher almost like everyone in Toronto. So it's like it might be our like journey after we graduate. We can like finding our job. We can asking for the PR or like a work permit after this. So it's like this one is one choice that we decide to choose Humber. and we do also research on the course that they give us, and all the course look really interesting.
Okay.
Like they give the detail, they give us the real tool. I would say like how to say like the experience that you can like we do have the project with the my teams to sell the ticket, something like that we can like approach to the people in the real world. So it's like
So
okay.
it's cost and the experience together, and the future that you see after graduating
Yes,
is
yes.
one of the to comprise to take this.
Yeah.
Okay. I know, Callum, you mentioned that Canada still requires international students, and we do have a lot of opportunities in terms of the programs available. Uh, One thing, apart from that, Canada requires international students. I have this question that I know you're an avid traveler. You travel 360 days a year. You have traveled the world. You have met so many institutions, schools, teachers, students, colleges, and you have traveled to different places. Why would you say Canada is a country to come compared to other places?
Sure.
Be it UK, US, Australia, Singapore.
Sure. Well, the first thing I'll say is people should travel everywhere. So don't just travel to Canada, travel the whole world, see everything you can. But I would say, even with the changes, Canada is still a place that is so international. I've traveled the entire world. Toronto, in my opinion, and I think it's probably true, is the most international place on earth. Right? You have people from every corner of the globe,
More diverse.
every country. It is so diverse, and in that nature, it's like you can kind of be anyone and feel comfortable here, right? And I think that's something really good about choosing Canada and choosing Toronto, is that you're in this very global place where you can be anyone. And I think that's something really special
Yes.
about us. And I think even despite these changes, Canada is still a welcoming country that wants international students, that needs to grow our population. We're a giant country that doesn't have many people.
Yes.
So even with the changes, we still need to grow Canada. That hasn't changed.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your inputs today and your insights. It definitely will help our prospective students who are looking study destination in Canada. Thank you.
My pleasure. Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Come to Canada.
Yes.
For all the viewers, please like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you.
Thanks very much, you guys.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
For all the viewers,
Rajashri got lost. Okay, Rajashri.
You always forget.
Thanks very much, you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
How was it?